So I'm going to show you a little more exercises, and then you're going to jump into the exercise and try to get some of the stuff to work. So we talked about validation. Someone asked a question about that. We talked about how do you do more fields, and then I haven't shown you how to query. So I'm going to show you all of those right quick. That way you can get a feel of what they feel like. I can leave this code up too, but then you're going to go off and you're going to do a lot of that yourself. So the first thing is I want to talk about a little deeper dive into like how these schemas are created and a little more different type of fields and stuff you can do. So for instance, if we wanted to add a validation to first name, what you can do instead of putting a type here, you put an object. And then the object, you can use the keyword type and actually put the type like this. There's no difference than what I had before in this because all I'm adding is a type field. But now this allows me to add more meta information. So now I can say, oh, the first name is actually required now. And I put required true. So now the first name is required. So if I try to save a student without this first name supplied, it mongoose will just error out and be like, nope, can't do it. So that's how you can do one validation here. The other thing I wanted to show you is that you can actually just do, the sweet thing about Mongo is that you can just do nested structures, right? So if I had a student here, and then I had an info property about the student, and maybe the info was the school that the student went to. And that has a type of string. And this was the shoe size of the student. I don't know why you would need your student's shoe sizes, but I'm just thinking about shoes right now. And this could be a type number. And this could go on and on and on. You can nest this object as much as you want. And then you can set validations on these fields, and you can do all different types of things. If you wanted an array type, so like fave foods for the students, you can add an array type here. You literally just add an array literal. And then inside of there, it's just the same thing you've been doing. It's an object with a type, and I can say string. So this fave foods is an array of strings. Yes?
So note that it's not completely the same thing. Just I'm just new to Mongo, so like, okay, what happens if you nest things like that inside, and then you want to access them on their own, like schools and things? Is it?
When you want, you mean if you want to query for them on their own?
Yeah, exactly. For example, you have school types, for example, and then you have it inside, and then you have it outside. Is it easy to do?
It's pretty easy to do, yeah. So the querying is aware of how you set your schemas up. So you can do dot notation in the queries, and I can show you how those queries work. But yeah, it's pretty simple to do. So there's nothing stopping me from saying, give me a student whose info.school is blank. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can play around with this. There's a lot more things you can do here. I mean, like I said, you can go pretty deep with this stuff and get nested. So just give an example of that unique one. You can just put unique true here, and then now this is an index for unique. It's not a validation. Required is a validation. Unique is an index. So there's a difference. So if I put unique true here, now the first name is going to be unique to the entire collection. So there can be no student with two first names now, with the two same first names. That's what this does, just for this collection. If I had another collection called apples and then had a first name, then yeah, they can have the same name. But for the student collection, no.